Hi, once again, guys. You're welcome to the Business Creativity J Approach section. So, what Business Creativity J Approach does is it helps you in taking your idea from the learning stage, that is, from learning about the industry you want to go into, right down to coming out with the unique business model. Take, for instance, when you start your vehicle, first you put it in gear one, then gear two, and gear three. As the vehicle accelerates, you change it to gear. So that's the concept behind which business creativity gear approach is based on. The first gear here is learning. First, you want to learn about the industry you go into. And while learning about the industry, it usually goes to learn with constructivism learning approach. What constructivism learning approach does is it enables you to learn about the industry from the perspective of creating something out of the industry. There's usually difference between learning about something without the objective of creating something from it and learning from that same thing with the objective of creating something out of it. So when you begin to learn from the various industries with the objective of learning how of coming up with the new business ideas, you realize you're going to benefit much more from the learning, and it's going to broaden your view or your horizon about the industry you're going into. So as soon as you learn about the industry, you want to take note of top 10 companies that are actually taking or making moves or making waves within the industry, and you want to learn what actually makes them unique. And that's where the logic comes in. For every organization, for every company in an industry which you're interested in, one thing should always come to your mind. There's a logic behind their model, behind their operation. And that's what's usually referred to as unique. I mean, that has to do with the model with which they operate. And this model actually comprises their unique value proposition. That is what makes them unique. Aside that, we have reasoning, which which has to do with the parts where you carve out your own model in order to be in such a way that it would be able to penetrate into existing market. If you've actually not utilized or take note of the various models which the companies in your industries are implementing, it might be a little bit challenge for you to see how best you can come up with a unique model that will penetrate into existing market. So the logic encompasses both um, what makes those companies which are thriving well, what's actually behind the success, and if there's any area where they're falling short, what do you think is making them fall short in those areas? So when you have detailed overview of that logic, then you will be able to come up with the reasoning aspect. I mean, with the reasoning, you will be able to come up with a unique model that will easily penetrate any existing market. Take, for instance, if I want to go into an online market business where people can always buy products and where people can always sell, unlike a marketplace where buyers and seller meet. All I have to do is first, I have to study the industry. I utilize constructivism learning approach to have a detailed overview of the company of the industry. I want to take note of the top leading companies within the industry, and three of those companies actually comes to my mind. From my own perspective, Amazon is doing great, eBay is doing great, and Auto is actually doing great. This time around, I'm not even thinking about, I'm not considering the success. I'm not rating this based on their coverage alone. I'm rating it based on their model implementation or the model behind their business implementation. Now, learning about this industry, I can take 10 companies that are actually doing fine in the online market space, and study them in detail. Thereafter, I go into the logic aspect. What makes this business or what makes this company thrive? Take, for instance, eBay gives people opportunity to sell their old products. In short, sometimes new products can always be bidded for. And aside that, the, though majorly I think the focus is on used product, but generally it gives room for people to bid. And aside that, Amazon doesn't give room for people to bid, but you can always get nice product as well in Amazon. They have their own unique business model. And here we have Auto. What Auto does is it allows you to be able to buy products and as well pay over a duration of 6 months, over a period of 2 years. So now if I'm coming up with a model to penetrate into such existing market, really if I am to set up a market business, an online market space that does the same thing where people can always buy and sell, you realize I wouldn't be able to penetrate into existing market as such. What I would have to do is, based on my learning, implementing the logic which I've actually gathered, then I reason out a unique model. And what is that model? I'll set up an online market space, which allows people to be able to bid for products, which allow people to be able to negotiate for products, and as well make payments. And as soon as they make, and as well spread their payment over a period of 2 years, over a period of 1 year, depending on how best I can go around. But the most important thing is I'm coming up with a unique model here that allows people to be able to bid for products. And not only are they bidding for products, they are as well given the liberty to pay at their own convenience, giving them the opportunity to pay for 6 months, for 1 year. Before you realize it, like launch that business model within 1 year, I'm actually moving grants or moving waves within the online market space. So basically, it's all about you being able to implement or utilize the business creativity approach. That's why I would always advise you, if you're going into any industry, either you're going in with the objective of coming up with new idea entirely, or with the concept of optimizing existing market model. It is important to utilize the business creativity approach, and it's a bit of it in you coming up with a unique business model. So let's proceed to the other section. Hope to see you there. Thank you.